How's it going, everybody? This here's Ritter again. Last I left you, we were here at Great America and riding in this beautiful Peterbilt 379 with its cat C15 in it. This took per. It's a cat. But yeah, it's a cool little truck stop here in Wyoming. It's snowy, but it's very pretty. We had some issues actually getting the truck to stop last time. Hopefully we do a little better with that this time. Get my lights on here. I like running with my lights on so people can see me. But we're going to try to make it to Elko, Nevada. This is probably going to be a little bit of a longer video. 6 hours game time, so yeah. And I'll probably stop to sleep. Although we might just go right on into Elko. Drop off our load. But anyways, how the hell do I get out of here? I think this way. Kind of hard to see where you're supposed to go in this parking lot with it snowed over like this. Is this an exit? This looks like it is not an exit. Well, maybe it is. Head to Wendy's. No, SCS are not corporate shills. I have like a real companies mod installed, and it so it changes like billboards to real companies and stuff. I don't know if Little America would be too keen on Wendy's advertising at their truck stop, though, unless it has a Wendy's. I'm not sure. Never actually been in real life. I've always heard of it, though. Never been to Wyoming. I've been close by. I've been to Colorado recently, but not been to Wyoming. I'd like to go one day, though, especially out toward like Jackson and stuff. I mean, I think that's where everybody wants to go. They go to Wyoming, right? All right, once again, trying to be very deliberate here. Being deliberate off of this exit did not do me too good. Still just went rolling on out. So next time I have to exit, we will see. But here we go. So yeah, I might pull over, slip the window over. I'm not sure though. Since I'm doing a video, we might just roll straight on into Elko and get this crap off our trailer. There's actually a JRT garage in Elko. Stop by and see how things are going. This truck's gonna let me in. Thank you, buddy. And we're gonna roll on down the freeway. It's still slicker than owl crap. But hey, that's part of the fun, right? Thank God that wasn't real life in that exit earlier. Alrighty. Yeah, get over and get this guy home. Because, dude, you do not want to try to slow down once you get going in this. Alright, once again, we're going to try to do about 60, 65. And I'll absentmindedly get it up to 70 here and there. I'm a big believer in driving with the cruise control, but this kind of weather, you kind of want to be in control of your own truck. Although, right now it's not too bad. Sun's out. Actually see some patches of grass coming through. Lay off the accelerator for a minute. Get a little head steam here. See if Georgia Overdrive can take us up this hill. Come up this other way is the highway to heaven. Can't really pay too much attention to what's behind me. I mean, aside from location. mirror glance, but yep. Alright. So just gonna keep going. Woo. Woo. What I mean to say is, I am Jay Ritter, trucker extraordinaire. The snow doesn't bother me. It is very pretty. I'm enjoying driving around this winter wonderland. So yeah, I did visit Colorado a while back. Let's talk some personal life here. I went out to see family for the holidays. And it was really lovely. I do have some family that lives out there, and actually went up to Estes Park, and it started snowing a lot, so we didn't spend a lot of time there, but it was beautiful. All the snow in the Rocky Mountains, absolutely lovely. Saw a moose. We had to like stop for a moose. And like I'm from Georgia, and I've lived in the South my entire life, so stopping in the snowy mountains for a moose is something I've never experienced, so it was really cool. A plus would recommend. I'm sure it gets old if you live there. Try to give this pickup some room to get in. Back over. Then extra curious. Oh, way station. And slow down considerably now, even just in case they call me in, which it probably will. Oh, sweet, got the bypass. I've never been happier to get it. Because I really don't want to just slide through that scale. We are in Utah now, by the way. We just crossed over. Should be going through Salt Lake City here pretty soon. About 58 or so. Yeah, speed limit's higher, but we like being safe here at J. Ritter Transport. Just notice my mic's at a weird angle. Hopefully you all can hear me, I guess, when I resume, or when I watch the video, I will know. Also determine, that'll determine whether or not I publish this one or the other one, because the other one I'm like, I will publish another one. Anyways, yeah, it's a lot more daylight now. Took a while for the sun to come out. And at first it was really foggy, but now it is gorgeous out here. It is gorgeous. That's my like exaggerated sort of old school southern accent there. I mean, my regular accent is just southern, but that's my southern accent. It's gorgeous here. There's a difference. And despite what the movies tell you, we do not all talk like Scarlett O'Hara down here. We mostly talk like me. And actually, believe it or not, all of my northern and western friends that are listening, my accent is milder compared to many around here. We're going a little slow right now, but it really doesn't break my heart. It's going to get real interesting going through these interchanges in Salt Lake City here in a second. Oh, just nailed the microphone. Sorry if you heard that. Actually set it to 55 proper through here. We're just going to slow down to 55. And I actually did set my cruise control. Not necessarily the height of realism, but she's holding right now, so I'm going to let it do it. And take off my lead foot a little. Air brakes tell on you. You're like, he's hitting the brake. Because it goes, oosh. Slower way down here. Gear down some. It says 45, but that's... Why this is not going into gear. There we go. She was being a little testy on me there. And we're just going to stay in this, well, not this lane because it runs out. We're just going to stay in this lane right here because toward Reno is where we want to go. Snowy Salt Lake City, Utah, everybody. Over there, behind these buildings. She gets there, look now. There we are. Is that kitty cat purr? Okay. Time to get back in the cab so it don't kill us all. I'm sure people behind me are pissed off. Who's this joker? He's doing 45 and 70 right now. Like that guy. He's like, F this dude. I'm passing him. But you know what, dude? I'm staying safe. Alright. And I'm gonna go faster. Just the squirrely little interchange there. So what? What you gonna do about it, huh? Gonna sue me? Huh? Huh? Alright. Alrighty. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of keep it at 55 right now. Actually, I'm gonna go up to about 60. And we're just gonna try our best. A lot of traffic right here in the city. I mean, this is to be expected. Salt Lake City is a pretty major city. Major city? I just saluted when I said that. But yeah, there's traffic get through here. I think that lane eventually runs out. Yeah, I see the exit only up there. So I'm staying right here because this will be the right lane. Everybody in the current right lane can be mad about it or pass me on the left. Or take this exit if that's what they're doing. Which I think that's what they're doing, so good. That's what you're doing? Is that what you're doing? Excuse me, sir? Okay, yeah, you're taking that exit. Alright. Just scared the crap out of him. Probably shouldn't do that, but hey, gotta live a little, you know? So, yep. This is the pace we're taking today. Good 20 miles an hour speed limit. I don't hardly ever do 80 anyways. My trucks are more geared to do about 70 at top speed. Except for the Blue Devil. The Blue Devil is a hot rod. Blue Devil, I'm finally shifting to like 8L when I get into 70. And if you want to know what that means, shifting to 8L, watch the previous video. I explain it badly. Yeah. So yeah, it won't be too far down the road where I would have gotten out and gotten off and slept, but I think we're actually doing, considering the weather, the speed I'm going, I feel like we're making pretty good time. Now this video will probably go on for another what seems like an hour, and you'd be like, I thought you said you were making good time, Jay Ritter. Well, I am though. I mean, we're holding pretty steady right now. You know. We'll see what the future holds, but right now I'm going for it. I'm shooting for the stars. Maybe not the stars, but for Elko, Nevada. I do have Reforma installed, but the actual town of Elko has not changed. Some of the scenery around it and approaching it has, but not the actual town layout itself. It's somewhere that I'm super familiar with because it is one of the original cities of the game, and like I was saying, Jay Ritter Transport has a garage there, so you know, done a lot of running out in Elko, and especially in this old 379 here. She's been through a couple rebuilds and what have you. She's a good old truck. Like I said, it's the only one that's that I have that's below. Only one in J. Ritter transport fleet that is below 500 horsepower. Got that 475 kitty cat in it. And as you can tell, that 475 kitty cat does just fine. We're going across the salt flats right now. Cool sculpture there. I can't remember what it's called, but it's pretty nifty. And it is certainly flat. And this is toward the salt flats. Interesting thing about the Great Salt Desert, Salt Flats, is that that was, you could say Donner Pass or the mountains there in Sierra Nevada was really the straw that broke the camel's back for the Donner Party. But if you've read up on them, it really started going bad. I mean, it started going bad pretty early on, but then this was the beginning of the end. When they hit the salt flats, they were kind of told that, sweet, another bypass. They were kind of told that it wouldn't be that big a deal and easy to cross, and I think they spent like a month trying to cross these. And they were like, the salt was mushy and it was pure salt, the horses and the cows and stuff, their hooves were getting all in it, and it was just salt for miles, and they weren't going across it in a Peterbilt that can do 60 miles an hour. They were walking across it basically, and it messed them up bad. And then they got in the mountains and there was a freak snowstorm, and we know the rest. But yeah, not good. If you're interested in that at all, there's a podcast to listen to, last podcast on the left. You should check it out. They have a really good series on the Donner Party, and I actually wound up reading a book about it thanks to them, because it was part of their source material, called The Indifferent Stars Above. Really cool reading. So yeah, this exit, right, actually I think this exit right here is where I was thinking about getting off to go to sleep, but we're just going to press on. We're going to make it to Elko. We can do it. I can feel it. What time is it even? It's 2:11. Oh yeah, we're going to make it in time. We are going to make it in time. Wow, look at those mountains. Aren't those pretty? Those three are just so pretty. I really enjoy Grimes's mods here. I really like this one, of course. This is the most famous one, I would say. But even his, even though, vanilla ATS is based in the summer, like his summer mod is really nice. The spring and fall ones are great. I would like more dynamic seasons one day. I know it's something that Pavel, CEO of SES, said that they're trying to work on, but it's going to take some time because all these textures and stuff, they have to change when the seasons change. All these plants and stuff got to change, and to do so dynamically. I would like that one day though, because while this mod is great, it just puts snow everywhere, right? And that's, and I'm sure Grimes himself, I assume it's a he, I don't personally know him, Grimes himself would like it to not be that way either, but, it's just kind of how the game is right now, so it's just kind of how you have to do it. But, so, if I were to take a load to San Diego right now, with this mod in, San Diego would be covered in ice and snow, so that's why I don't use it all the time. It's not dynamic. It's very much static. I mean, there's weather and snowstorms and stuff like that, but it just puts snow everywhere. Everywhere is frosty, if you will. Drop a gear here. Yeah, so there's that. It'd be nice where different climates have different weather. And the Gallus, Arizona isn't going to look like this, even if this is looking like this. And I imagine Elko probably does get some snow, but I don't know, does it? I mean, this is desert. Is there a lot of precipitation? Is there enough precipitation to warrant this snowy landscape? I don't know. I feel like I should. I'm a geographer. That's what I studied, and you know, and I do maps for a living and stuff. But I don't know. Is there snowfall in Elko? Maybe. I mean, it's desert, but it's also mountainous, and it's a higher latitude. We'll see. We're going past Wells now, so it won't be long until we are in Nevada. You want to talk about a tough exit? I don't know. I think Reforma might have fixed this exit in the ones in Elko, even though the city layout's the same. But I don't know. Vanilla version of I-80. It's one reason why I keep Reforma installed. Like, actually, I'd like to have the SES updates in Northern California, and Reforma kind of does away with that. And but their stuff's really nice too. But mainly, I keep it installed as much as I can, except for when there's like big updates and I have to wait for it to update, just because of I-80 in Nevada. I-80 in Nevada is my least favorite stretch of road in the vanilla game, as it is many people's. I feel it's the turns are very sharp, it's very unrealistic. And I'm not dogging on SES. That was how, it's just that it's a relic of what this game used to be and not what it currently is. They have grown in their mapping skills by leaps and bounds. You know, this is a base map state, and a lot has changed since then. The difference from like the old Nevada locations to like Colorado and Wyoming is just astounding, actually. And kudos to SES for growing and learning and giving us an awesome product. I mean, I came around right after the rescale, but even the scale is different. And when they first released ATS, it was 1 to 35, so every 1 mile you drove in the game was 35 miles, and it was just tiny. You know, I remember hearing the complaints when it came out, because I was interested in the game. At the time, I wasn't interested in Euro Truck Simulator. Now I have it, and I love it, but at the time I was like, you know, I want to drive American trucks. I grew up with a trucking father. I want to drive a Peterbilt across the USA, and I'm not like very nationalist, ethnocentric necessarily. I'm just, you know, it's just what I've grown to love all throughout. Basically, I wanted to play with my Matchbox trucks from my childhood, but on my computer. Oh God, y'all killing me. Y'all. Once again, sorry, cop. I don't know how to stop on these exits. Anybody got any advice aside from doing 20 miles an hour on the freeway for 40 miles? Because man, I just don't know. I just don't know what I'm doing here. And apparently I can't find a gear either. Okay. Woo! So, how do you stop with the Frosty mod installed and the physics? I mean, I could take the physics mod out, but that's half the fun, right? So yeah, I'm just gonna crawl to this stop. I guess I need to be doing this for about 3 miles on the freeway. I don't think that's really the height of realism either, though. I don't know. Something I gotta figure out. Maybe take the tire chains mod from the Alaska, the Dalton Highway map. Use them. I don't know. I don't think it works quite like that, but yeah, I just cannot stop getting off the freeway. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that in too. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, this is a casual thing. This isn't a roleplay video. All right, but we are here. I can't count how many times I've been to this depot. Wowee. I've been to it as a rail export, I've been to it as a BNSF, and now I'm going to do it as Union Pacific, which it actually is Union Pacific Depot, I believe, in Elko, Nevada. It used to be the Western Pacific. And did I miss? sometimes these triggers, I didn't go that far over. See that manhole cover there? We just have to do a little backing up. Admire this trailer while we're doing it. In this truck. Wow, really? Okay, there we go. All right. So I think we're gonna do the 15 pointer today. I don't really like the hard ones. This depot, especially for mostly doing flatbed and dry bulk and all that. To me, it just doesn't make sense. I've told you about that before. But yeah, I don't know. I'm still miffed at my exiting skills with this mod installed. So maybe I take the physics out. I don't know. Somebody's gonna have to give me some help on that. It could just be a limitation of the game, you know. We're straight out enough now. Yeah, I know I still have my like visor up, but. Good to me. There we go. I was about to say, come on now. Alright, turn the flashers off. Do that. We'll just leave them on. Well, actually, we'll turn them off. But, yeah, would you look at that? Look at that beauty. Yeah, she's looking good. And hang on one second. I'm going to go get a screenshot. Alright, we are back. And got my screenshot. So we're going to cut the engine off now. Oh, whoa. Looky there. Must be doing some training today. Alright, we're going to cut the engine off. And we're going to let them know we're here and get unloaded. Alrighty, excellent. Plastic pellets delivered from Cheyenne to Elko. Yeah. Show results now. And that'll do it, folks. I hope you're doing well. I hope you enjoyed the ride. Once again, I slid right on through the exit. I got to figure out something about that. And maybe it's those short SES exits. But anyways, hope you're all doing well. Have a wonderful 2022. Wear your mask. As long as this Omicron's out there, it doesn't make you a wuss. It doesn't make you any less of a person to wear a mask. It makes you a considerate, kind person, watching out for other people. Anyways, that's all the preaching I'll do. Wear your mask, get your shot, and I will talk to you all later, and hope you enjoyed the ride. Have a good night.